Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Hope you had a great holiday season. We officially have those weeks behind us, so now it's time to get back into the markets with a deep dive into gold for our chart of the week. Today is Tuesday, January 7th, 2020. Now, before we take a look at the charts, important reminder that trading and investing can be extremely risky business. Therefore, it's your responsibility to evaluate any information, opinion, advice, or other content contained in this video. So here's a very condensed, aka squished up chart of gold futures, symbol GC, continuous contract chart, daily time frame. So every one of these candlesticks represents 1 day of price action. Now you can see the label here, Skinny on Gold. This is the report on gold that I published as part of the Skinny Markets Outlook Thanksgiving weekend in 2019. So when I released this report, marked by this yellow line, it was actually Thanksgiving Day that I wrote it. I had pointed out to market timing between the horizontal dash line and the vertical dash line, suggesting that futures would correct down by Friday, November 22nd into this price area, which they did. Now from there, clearly things have taken off. And there were 3 resistance levels that I had marked in the report that have been extremely useful. So let's zoom into the price action so you can see exactly how those came into play. Okay, so we're still on the daily chart of GC futures, each candle still representing just 1 day of price action. So looking back at the early December price action, notice it came to my predetermined resistance of 1490.2 and tested that level twice. Testing means it hits the resistance, but it's not able to post a daily close above it. After that, price rocketed through, tested my next resistance at 1532.9, meaning it approached it, and especially on January 2nd, hit it, wasn't able to get above it. This was a brief pause in the up move. Since then, we have spiked higher and posted new multi-month highs here at the 1573.3 level and beyond. On an intraday basis, went as high as 1590 on Monday. But look at how we still closed beneath that level. So for our purposes, we need to figure out, okay, are we at a pause point on gold where it will pull back, or is this going to continue to run up higher and extend from there? So I'm going to do a little bit of analysis now and show you the updated levels. So here I am now on the weekly chart, relatively clean chart here. So I have a couple of updated resistance levels. So if gold does continue to push higher, we have 1599.8, which was on the daily chart, which was on the Skinny Markets Outlook. And we have 2 more levels that I've now added in for you, 1661.8 and 1724. Those are big picture upside targets, aka resistance levels. Now, here's the thing. If you look at this latest move from the August 2018 lows, there's something a little fishy going on. So the last time that we broke above a significant high in this up move, okay, RSI followed and made a higher high and extended up into the bull resistance power zone. Then we had several months of consolidation as overbought conditions worked themselves off. Stabilized right near the bull support power zone again and lifted off. So now we have a new price high potentially forming. However, RSI is not yet posting a new high. And if you look at where RSI is now and just follow back in its history, it's not too far off from the February 2019 overbought reading, from the September 2017 overbought reading. So that's a little concerning. Meaning, if you are in a long-term position where you were looking to add to your GC position on a break to new highs, I would advise to be very cautious about that now. Because I think there's more likely a chance of another correction or pullback, that's more likely as opposed to us just shooting straight up. Now, would you necessarily go short here? I don't necessarily advise that. And to look at any possibility of that, we need to go back to the daily chart. So switching back to the daily chart, now let's look at the latest support and resistance on this time frame. So in the short term, here are the most important levels to watch. 1556.6, 1543.5, 1519.6, and 1512.1. So how exactly did I calculate these support levels? Well, that's detailed in a supplemental post in the members deep dive area for the full Skinny Lifetime Loss Forecasting Trading System and 4 Zones RSI Coverage System. Now I've zoomed in on price to have a closer look at momentum, and you can see that most recently we extended into the bull resistance power zone. But take your eyeballs back. The last time that happened, in August, there was further price upside, but not much more. And then we were in this big picture consolidation. So this is another reason why I think you need to be very cautious about buying here, adding any positions here. Most importantly, we need to see how this shakes out. Is this going to be a continuation higher, strength above 1599.8, and continuation to the next levels? Or is going to be another choppy move here with a bit of corrective weakness? All right, let's take a quick look at GLD to round out our look at gold. Now here's the weekly chart of GLD. A lot of comparable analysis could be done, mirroring what you see on the GC futures. Another piece of price evidence here suggesting that the latest gap higher may not fully sustain is the return to this trend line that, as you can see, has recently been acting as resistance, but previously was support. So on GLD, this anchors the week ending December 16th, 2016 to the week ending July 14th, 2017. It was traded through in December of 2017, but only briefly, provided nice guidance into this consolidation, capping, price formation in early 2018, and then it was violated. But see, I didn't take it off my chart because I had a feeling it might be useful later, and it was, catching the price action for the highs in August and September of 2019. Now we're back at it again, with RSI not yet following through, not posting a higher high in line with price posting a higher high. Okay, so you can go back and look at the comparable support and resistance levels pulled from GC to translate to GLD, which is in the similar state of being at a interesting junction in terms of whether it's going to continue up through long-term resistance levels. And here I've marked the three that I see, or if it's going to have a significant move back below short-term support levels, which I've now detailed on the daily chart. All right, so that's the story on gold, looking at futures and ETF. Catch you next time. You can sign up at himareddy.com/gift to get my hot, timely, actionable updates as soon as I publish right to your inbox.